Hi, Thumos, and welcome back. I think people are bored, man. I think men are bored. I think women are bored. I mean, it's boring out here. It is very boring. I don't think it has to be, but I mean, video games are fun, but they're not that fun. What else is what else is something you do a lot frequently that you would consider fun, but it's not that fun. Like drinking a beer is fun, but it's not that fun. Going on Instagram, it's not even fun. It's not even fun. It's like you don't even want to be on there, but you're in there. So it's not fun. Going out to eat is fun, but it's going out to eat, dude. I mean, it's not that great. People go out to eat all the time. I mean, where are you really going out to eat? It's a great time, though. Going out to eat with family, friends, that's fun. That's a great time. Um, Listen to music. It's a song. It's not that fun. It ends. You need the next. You got to replay the 2.5, 3.5 minute song. Get that little hit. It's not that fun. Things are pretty boring, to be honest. But I don't think they have to be that way. And I think, I'm not going to tell you, cut this out, cut that out, and then things will be more fun because it won't. You'll be bored. You won't know what to do. We do these things because when we don't have them, we don't have anything else to do. Okay? Watching prawn is not fun. It's just, it gets you sucked in. And you're like, you're trying to jerk it, dude. And then the fun is over. So, we do these things because we're lacking fun. We're lacking a fun life. And I've been thinking about this because what the hell else are we supposed to do? Well, let me tell you something. I used to work in car sales. Okay? The best feeling, okay, like the best positive emotion that I felt while doing this was shipping that metal off the lot. Now, guys would come in Saturday, all the sales guys come in, we're pumped, we're ready to go. Saturday is the day that we sling some metal. And it gets busy. One day I sold like 7 cars in one day. Oh my God, dude. The feeling of that was like I was high. After that, I could do anything. And I needed to do something because when I just sat down, I was like, oh my God, like I'm too high right now. I need to do something. Like after selling a car, the positive emotion that you would get from that win would like catapult you to wanting to go out to being social. Like I remember wanting to be super social. I just been social all day. I want to keep this feeling going. I could talk to any girl. I could talk to any group. I could go up to anybody. It did not matter. I was in peak flow. It didn't matter. Like you just overcame the obstacle and you got rewarded for it. And you made some money and you're feeling good. Like that. No wonder so many of these guys are drug addicts. You become a damn drug addict. You become addicted to the feeling of winning, of doing something that is causing positive change within your life. And also helping someone else, getting them into the right car and getting making them happy, seeing their face light up when they buy that new car they've always wanted. So like and connecting with that individual, I mean, that was so much fun. I didn't know what else to do with myself after, man. Sometimes I would be sad. I would have this like melancholy feel when it was done because I'm like, dude, that was amazing. In the morning though it was tough. You didn't really want to do it. It was amazing though once you did it. All the paperwork's out of the way. The car's detailed and clean. The rims are shined up. They leave you a good survey, a good review. It's like, man, nothing was better. Nothing was really better. And so I mean, you have to have wins in your life. So positive emotion, you don't get positive emotion from all the things we previously just talked about. Like, you just don't really get positive emotion out of those things. They're things that amuse you and maybe entertain. But when you're entertained, you enter a sort of imprisonment. You enter a sort of prison of the mind. You enter into this, this prison, and you're fed whatever they're showing you on the TV on the walls of that prison. They say that some of the best things in life, that the most positive emotion that you can experience is when something good happens randomly. Like, that's when you get the biggest dopamine hit. Like, say you're walking down the street and you find $20. Like, that's a great feeling. Like, my lucky day. Yoo-hoo. Wee-hoo. Just found $20. You know? Hell yeah. That feels good. But when you know you're going to get $20 in a week, I mean, it's not positive emotion. There's no like, okay, you get $20, cool. All right, awesome. But man, you find it randomly, awesome. When you go into the gym and you set a PR you didn't really expect, you were like, I'm going to try it, let's go. Boom, and then you get it. That's a positive emotion, a feeling of you just conquered something, man. You feel good in your bones, you know, your testosterone's up, you're living the high thumos life. That is what high thumos is about. When you're walking down the street or when you go to the mall, grocery store, and you approach that hot girl and she ends up, you know, you end up getting her number. Like, that is amazing. That's a positive emotion that makes you feel like a winner. And you have these wins in your life. When you get a pay raise, or when you make a sale, and when you make that first sale in your business, when something starts happening, I mean, so much positive emotion comes from this. That it's like, you just feel alive. You feel integrated with life. Not just like an observer kind of intaking and entering this entertainment in this prison where you're viewing, but you're actually partaking in this dance of life. And it makes you just, man, this is amazing. You know, jiu-jitsu, when you sub someone for the first time, when you win a competition, when you show up to the competition and you're shaking your boots, holy smokes, man. And that feeling of exhaustion, but you just finish the match, win or lose, you leave exhausted, you get your medal, you're sitting in your car like, oh my God, dude, this feels freaking incredible. Like, I'm a man. I just I just sparred, I just like rolled with this guy, I had this competition, and I mean, that right there, dude, that feeling of mastery within your life is what I believe everyone would benefit from, because you get to a point where you're disciplined, okay, you have some money, but things can be boring, so you need to have like mastery over something, or you're going to be just like a drug addict, because you always need the next high. If you're not mastering something, if you're not sort of making way on your journey and you seeing your vision come to fruition, like you seeing that vision come to be, and there's no mastery, like you're just gonna constantly, okay, let's go out, okay, no, next hot girl, gotta more sex, it's like, okay, next vacation, next trip, it's always, you need more. Eventually you want to get to a place where you're mastering something, you're seeing yourself rise to become greater, and that feeling alone will give you such a fulfillment. It'll satiate that void within your life. But another thing I've noticed is too many times we're comfortable with a routine. Now, a routine is great. I think a routine is very healthy. It's very good to be disciplined, to have a routine. You lift your weights, you go for a walk, you eat healthy food, you get good sleep, you train, you do whatever you need to do, you read. It's all good, but it's boring. The routine becomes boring because there isn't really much novelty within that routine. And that's the pit of self-improvement, is that, this was one of the reasons why I moved away from monk mode. I rebranded to high thumos because I realized there was a problem with monk mode. The living like a monk is freaking boring. There's no positive emotion. There is in the beginning because it gives you power. But when you don't do anything with the power, when you don't have more wins, when you don't leave positive impact on the world, when you don't have new experiences with that power, you become very bored and you just stay in the loop of self-improvement. That's why the high thumos lifestyle, thumos, the spiritedness, to live life, man, to live, to get out there, to connect with others, to go on adventure, not just to be comfortable being disciplined monk. Like, that's boring. That's no way to live. So you need these wins in your life. And I'm telling you, more than ever, I see guys getting stuck in routine, but the routine is freaking boring. Okay? And you may be feeling this. This feeling I'm explaining, this high testosterone, this spiritedness within man, this fire in the belly. I think people were trying to capture this. Remember when all the diet fads were going on, like bulletproof, keto coffee, keto diet, this and that, all the fads going on, primal diet, low carb, high carb, whatever. People are trying to like unlock the secret to energy. They're trying to unlock the secret to feeling like you have an abundant source of energy where you can do anything and you're in flow. But it doesn't always work. Like you can be healthy and high test and you still won't have that feeling of like, yeah, you might not have that feeling because you need to experience wins. You need to experience positive emotion from actually winning in your life. Now, I can't tell you what those wins are. I can give you examples, like, a win for me is today I was on a walk and I started a conversation with two random people, okay? That was a win for me because I don't have to talk to anyone all day. But that was a win to connect, That literally made me feel alive. Not just because I did that small thing, I felt alive. It's like, man, who else can I talk to? Okay? You talk to a pretty girl, that's a win, dude. You make a sale, that's a win. You set up here, that's a win. You do something new, you get some feedback, that's a win. You go somewhere new. I just planned a trip for the High Thumos. We're having a High Thumos Orlando meetup in September 30th to October 4th. That's a huge win. When the guys had the meetup in Texas last time, oh my God, dude, like that makes me feel freaking alive. I love it. I get to see all these guys. I've become friends. We're close now. We trust each other. We talk all the time. And, these guys too, you just see like a month, 2 months after the meetup, they're on fire. They're literally on fire. Like they're motivated. They feel like something in them just shifted. Just because they attended this, they got around the other guys they've been talking to and getting to know. Like we met up and we had a great time. And so that was a huge win. You need stuff like this or life is going to get really, really boring. So you got to set these goals for yourself and go after them and win, have the wins and come up with the wins because only you know what do you really want, and then go after it and get it. And it's going to it's going to be, now you're going to enter a new way of living where you're not just in discipline, you're taking the discipline, you're taking that part of the journey, you're setting off on a new journey. There's a new endeavor where you're taking that discipline and that strength and that, that ability to forego instant gratification, and you're putting that to use to help you get more and to be able to have more resources and more impact and to do more with. But if you just stop right here on the journey, the cycle's not complete. That's only like the beginning stages. So you got to move up from that, right? That's why I'm saying it's time to get away from the monk mode, like cutting everything out, this and that, like level up your life, man. Live the High Thumos lifestyle. It's one of the reasons I really push guys in the group to do the meetups, to go on adventure, to take up martial arts, have some mastery, take an apprenticeship. We got guys in there that are in an apprenticeship or they're in carpentry or HVAC or they're plumbers, whatever it is, like some sort of mastery where you can push it. You can learn a skill that puts you beyond the bounds of where you're currently at. But you have to be around that kind of stuff or life is going to get super boring. You're going to keep playing video games, keep watching the newest show. Everything's going to catch your interest. You're just going to amuse yourself to death. But you're never going to be fulfilled within yourself. You're going to always be looking, but you just will never really feel it. You got to get out there, man. You got to experience life. You got to try new things, master new things. And until you do that, well, you're going to keep guessing and wondering what happens. I always thought that it was funny how when we get older, we put ourselves in boxes. We literally buy a box called a house, and we live in this box, and then we put we get married, and we settle down, and we settle down into this cage with another person, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the way that is because people were trying to find security in some sort of stabilization within their life. And it can provide a lot of good feelings. But, as a man who has ambition and who is healthy, it's very hard for a man like that to settle down. It's very hard. And so a lot of people rush into settling down before they've really had more wins in their life, before they've got to experience what they're capable of. So I always found that, people rush into that so fast. But you don't want to cage in your life too quickly. There's a time and place, there's a time and place to settle down, to have kids, but still, you can keep that fire in the belly as long as you keep pushing it. But I see so many people that get way down with a car payment, a house payment. They get a wife that, is nagging, and they're not really, there's no good man and woman dynamic within that relationship. They just have so much weighing them down where they can't actually, do things that bring them positive emotion and level up. And so that's when it gets really bloody hard, because you feel like you're alone and you're not understood, you're alienated from the rest of the world, and it's tough, dude. All right? So don't lock yourself down too quick in multiple ways. Don't let material things lock you down. Don't let people lock you down. Don't let anything, man, okay? Because it's going to get boring. It's going to get boring. You don't want to be there, because that's no way to live. All right? Just thinking, like, be ballsy. Be ballsy. Like, you want to, like, live the high thumos lifestyle, man. Be ballsy. Go out there and take risks. Do stuff that you're not sure of. Like there's a new library in town. Go there. Like, that's so simple, right? Go to the new library, to the new coffee shop. Like, go somewhere new to eat. Be a little ballsy. You don't always need to be comfortable and in your routine. The routine's boring. It's going to kill you, dude. Because you're not meeting new people. You're not talking to new people. No, there's no new opportunities within the little routine that you've created for yourself. And, go to a new gym. Move states. Like, if you're single, dude, go. Like, don't lock yourself up so quick. Like, go somewhere. Go on that trip to a different country that you've been thinking about. Live, frugally for a while. Like, if you that's where you're at. But, like, man, get out there. Do whatever the hell you want. Start something new. Try a business idea. Fail. Good. You failed. Congratulations. On to the next. You learned a shit ton. Like, man, you got to be a bit ballsy in this life. You really have to be a bit ballsy. And so that leads me to one last thing I'm thinking of is, like, people self-improve, but really what you're doing is, like, you're unlocking that potential to sell. Like, we're all salesmen, dude. I think this is very motivating. When you look at yourself as, like, a salesman, everything in this world, every idea that you ever believed in that has made its way into your head is because someone sold it to you. You don't just buy things from salesmen. You get ideas. The philosophers were salesmen. They were selling an idea, something they thought of, and they had to package it in a way that you could digest and that you could understand. Anyone that's worth anything has learned to sell their thoughts, their self, their persona, their image, their personality. They've learned to sell that. It's why we do everything, man. It's why the whole self-improvement thing, it's like you're a salesman. When you get up in the morning, you have the ability to make yourself more presentable to the world, more charismatic, more outgoing, more of a powerful force within this world. And if you don't look at yourself as a salesman, if you don't understand that, you're going to be usually a recluse. And you're going to wonder, why me? Why don't I get what I want? Why do I not have good relationships? Why do I have no friends? Why am I broke? Like, we're salesmen. Men move things. Okay? A car salesman slings metal off the lot. He moves these vehicles. You're a salesman of ideas, of power, of opportunities, man, of, connecting with other people. If you don't see yourself like this, well, what's the point of doing anything? Like, what is the point of improving if you're not improving your ability to do these things? So think about that. I find that very motivating. Like, you're a salesman. The world, how it views you, how it sees you. Does it understand you? Does it get you? Or are you just becoming a weirdo who doesn't care what anyone thinks? You got all these weird ideas but can't sell them. You just like to argue. You like to be opinionated and just always disagreeing with the world. And, I rage against the world, No, it's like you're going to get left behind and you're not going to have positive emotion. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your ideas are and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.